I'm about to start an entire t-shirt brand empire for my wife. Because she said that Halloween is over. The only problem is, she is already on her way home. So I've got only 24 hours to create everything. The brand name, logo, and the t-shirts. And even though I've worked with clothing brands before, even built my own, I seriously underestimated how hard this is about to be. But in the end, I think I come up with something that would change the entire fashion industry. You see, my wife loves Halloween, like a lot. And every year, the second that October ends, it just disappears. Everything turns red and green, and Halloween gets shoved in a box for an entire year. So I started thinking, what if Halloween didn't have to end? What if you could wear Halloween on Christmas or even all year? You see, every brand starts with a name, and to me, that's one of the hardest parts, but also the most fun. Because I like puns. I also like things like alliteration. So I got my idea book out and I wrote a lot of terrible names. And then I landed on one that finally felt right. Grimware. It's a play on the word grimoire, which is a magical book, a spell book, I believe. And I love that idea because grim for Halloween, the Grim Reaper, and wear as in you wear clothes because you can't be naked. Perverts. Once I had the name, I needed to figure out what Grimware will actually look like. I didn't want it to feel too realistic or scary because then it'll look kind of goth or emo, and that's okay, but that's not what I'm going for. I want something cartoony, but still Halloweeny. Did I just say Halloweeny? Perverts. I want the shirts to feel fun, but still grungy. But before we get to the shirts, we need to do the logo. The logo is one of the most important things. It's the brand's identity. It's what will be associated with the brand forever. So I need to start working on that logo. Well, I need to work on two. One main logo that represents the entire brand. Usually it has the name of the brand in it. And one smaller symbol that you can fit anywhere, like sleeves or tags or even labels. This part always looks easy, but it actually really never is. I opened up Illustrator because it's important to work with vector graphics when you're doing your logos because it helps you be able to shrink or stretch your logo infinitely without it losing quality. I found this font that I like and I started editing it so that even if somebody else uses that font, it won't look like my logo. And I actually came up with something I really like. It's playful, but cool, I think. And then for the symbol, I wanted to do something playful. So I went with the word grim and I made a skull. But I wanted my skull to look different, with a flat head almost, like on the top. He got a dent on his head. Don't drop your babies. It took some time, but finally, Grimware has a face, an identity. Now it's time to work on the shirts. For the first design, I wanted to start with something whimsical, not scary, not aggressive, just Halloween having fun. So I decided to make this Grim Reaper character, like our logo. But not the kind of Grim Reaper that will haunt your dreams and scare you. I wanted him to feel silly, almost friendly, like he's trying his best to enjoy life. Which is weird because he's death. For this shirt, I want it to be a Christmas shirt, so I want to make him look like he's trying his hardest to enjoy Christmas. But deep down, like my wife, he really, really wishes it was still Halloween. That's why I gave him a Santa Claus hat. He's festive, but not happy about it. And even though Halloween is over, he's gonna decorate things his way. And that's okay.
I continue to draw the outlines on the character and ooh, nice lines. Nice lines done. Now re-render.
I continued to work on the artwork and I wanted it to feel more graphic. So I framed the character and the tree inside of a circle, almost like a badge. Then I added bats into the background, just enough to keep that Halloween energy alive, without making it feel scary. And of course, I needed text. I wrote Merry Christmas. No, Merry Creepmas. Because I love puns. And because Merry Christmas just felt wrong. I love this design because it doesn't make sense. Who decorates a Christmas tree, something that's supposed to be happy and cozy, with creepy Halloween stuff?
We did that. We did it.
Design number 2. We're gonna do something a little bit more simpler. No characters, no big illustrations, just text on a t-shirt. But we still wanna make it look good. So I made a shirt that says, all I want for Christmas is Halloween. And honestly, it looked terrible. Plain, just typing it out doesn't work. It just felt like a sentence. But I knew that if this shirt was going to work, the lettering had to carry the entire idea. So I started playing with the layout, with the spacing, with the curve of the lines. Then I added Christmas lights around the text to make it feel more festive. And this ended up being one of my favorite designs. It's simple, but sweet. Like me. Wait, did I just call myself simple? But we're not done yet. We need more t-shirts for this brand. In the third one, I wanted to get completely away from Christmas because we want this brand to be able to be worn all year round. So I wanted to make a shirt that I would wear, something more graphic, spooky, Halloween themed, but cool. Not super scary because it still needs to fit the brand. And for some reason, I landed on playing cards. I don't know what it is about playing cards, but a lot of artists love to redesign them. Maybe it's because they are already so well designed and so recognizable. You want to take something that is familiar and put your own spin on it. At first I thought about making a king card because your boy is royalty. But then I decided to make something that really screams Grimware. I like the idea of that shirt and maybe that's something we could come back to, but I wanted to really show the brand. So instead, I brought back that Grim Reaper character from the first shirt. This time, no Christmas. He's not decorating anything. He's just being grim. And since playing cards are the same whether you look at them right side up or upside down, I had to flip the character. I added the Grimware logo onto the card, turned it into the suit of the card, like heart or diamond, this time it's skull. And instead of a K for king, Q for queen, or J for joker, I used a G for the Grim color. And if you like these shirts so far, I can't wait to show you the final reveal when we actually get this printed. But first, we have to do another design. And at this point, I still had so many ideas for t-shirts. Just slapping the logo on the shirt, the Grim character drinking coffee, a bunch of other things that I would love to draw one day, but we're running out of time. Remember, my wife is on her way home. So for this last design, I needed it to be kinda recyclable. Let me explain. I need to be able to reuse this design. When you're building a brand, it really helps to have ideas that you can use over and over again in different ways. Not in a lazy way, but in a smart way. Concepts that you can tweak small things and turn it into a new shirt. The playing card is a good example of this. Like I said, I could just swap Grim to King, add a crown to the character, and you have a King card. Or a Q and have a Queen. Make it a more feminine Grim Reaper. Or a J for a Joker and then turn the Grim Reaper into a skeleton jester. The same layout, same idea, completely different shirt. It helps you get a wider audience. So I needed an idea like that. A single concept that I could turn into 10 designs, 100 designs, 1,000 designs. For this one, I took inspiration from one of my favorite characters, my favorite slasher, Ghostface from Scream. And obviously, I can't use Ghostface because I will get sued and I don't have any money. I'm broke. All this stress for only one subscriber? So instead, I made my own character, inspired by slashers but still very Grimware. I mixed the Grim Reaper character I've been drawing with that slasher vibe. Big eyes, a hood, and those 3 little teeth. I added some grunge to keep with that Grimware vibe, put the word grumpy over a red background, and here it is. This design here is perfect because it can easily be changed. Grumpy can become sleepy and the character just changes into a sleepy boy. You can change the word to happy and have the character smiling maniacally. Make the word hungry and change the character and you have a hungry shirt. Pretty much any emotion or activity that you can think of. You have to tweak the character a bit, but not too much. And the layout stays pretty much the same. And just like that, you have an almost infinite amount of t-shirts from that one idea. Designing the shirts was one thing, but now printing them is a whole other thing. You can print them yourselves if you have all that equipment and the time, or you can get it printed for you. I am lazy, so I want it to get printed. But it's so scary. Once I hit order, it becomes a real thing and stops being a concept. And there's no undo button anymore. But I think I'm ready. I order my shirts and now we wait. That was fast. I love this design, but let's see what my wife thinks before we do the final reveal. She absolutely loved the shirts, and if you like this sort of thing, you can watch this video right here. I promise you, you're gonna love it. It's awesome. I think. Thanks for watching.